Well, we've called for them to revoke the closure order and to allow the stations to operate. This is peaceful expression, and they appear to be closed down because there's an election looming, and the government wants to silence some of its fiercest critics.
Because I believe that the Thai government has said that among the reasons for the shutdowns, these stations have been offensive to Thailand's monarchy.
Yes, that is what they say, and they've said that with respect to dozens of other community radio stations and thousands of websites. And there are reports today that they may be closing many more websites and some more stations. The offense of lèse-majesté, which is insulting or defaming the king or queen, is now being used politically by many people in Thailand as part of the ongoing political struggle for power here. And it is having a serious impact on political speech and political dialogue in Thailand.
What role do community radio stations play in Thailand?
They're enormously important now, in part because the media empire that Thaksin Shinawatra, the deposed prime minister, who was ousted in a coup in 2006, has been dismantled. The red shirts are in large part supporters of Thaksin, and Thaksin actually is a financier and architect of the red shirt movement. And they generally are sympathetic to Thaksin and carry his messages and carry those of the UDD leadership, the red shirt leadership as well. They don't have access to mainstream media very much anymore. I mean, Thaksin, for his part, controlled the media very strongly when he was in power. So in a way, the current government is almost a mirror image of Thaksin, although Thaksin wasn't as draconian towards the media and freedom of expression as the current government.
This is all coming almost up to the first anniversary of the unrest last year. Is that possibly also having an impact on the crackdown?
Well, I think so. The government is going to dissolve Parliament on May 6th. They'll be calling elections, and there will be a campaign launched immediately. And there is every possibility of major street protests and demonstrations during that period. And May 19th, which is the anniversary, will be one of those days when one would expect very large numbers of people to take to the streets. I'm in Bangkok, and I've spoken to some of the UDD leaders, and they're not sure what they're going to do on May 19th. There's some talk of human chains being formed or just traditional rallies being held. But I do think the government, and maybe more to the point, the army, is quite jittery about further street protests by the church.